and know that you have come to the peak, the summit, the best part of Ramadan, to the last third of Ramadan, to the cream of the crop, the best bit. And in this part of Ramadan is when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam would become more active. He would stay up the whole night. He would tighten his waist belt. He wouldn't sleep at all at night. And this is him in Ramadan. Outside of Ramadan, did we forget how he was with his qiyam? Outside of Ramadan, Aisha would say he would pray until his feet cracked. And she asked him, Ya Rasulullah, why do you do this? He said, أَفَلَمْ أَكُنْ عَبَدٌ شَكُورًا. Shouldn't I be a grateful servant? That was Rasulullah outside of Ramadan. Inside of Ramadan, he prayed the whole night and woke his family to do the same. So how are we going to be in these next few days? With our last 10 days. Either we fill them with good deeds and they're for us, or we pollute them with sin. And then the day is coming when regret will not benefit you at all. Allah says, وَيَوْمَ يُرْدُ الظَّالِمُ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِ اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا. And on that day, the oppressor, he will regret. He will say, woe to me if I only followed the messenger. Ya waylati laytani lam attakhidh fulanan khalila. Woe is me if only I didn't take this evil person as a friend. Laqad adallani ana dhikr. He led me away from the remembrance of Allah. Ba'da ja'ani, after the true guidance came to me. Wa kana shaytanu lil insani khudula. And always shaitan will lead you astray and will desert you in your time of need. This is the meaning, not the translation. Brothers and sisters, a night is coming by which Allah revealed a surah. And when Allah reveals a surah, it's to show you the magnitude and azimiyah. And it's better than 1,000 nights, which is the same as 1,000 months, which is the same as 30,000 nights for one night. So what about someone who comes with 10, with 20? It will be longer than, you will have all this ibadah for longer than you are alive. May Allah accept. Wallahu bil fadl al-azim. And Allah is the one who is the great, and He has much bounty to give. So what can you do in these days? We know the hadith of Aisha when she asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, if it is Laylatul Qadr, what should I say? What dua should we make? Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. This is the dua that you should make on the night of Laylatul Qadr. But apart from this, what did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what else did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam do? And what should we be doing? Dua, Quran, dhikr. And from the dhikr, one thing that is often neglected is ta'awudh, is seeking refuge with Allah Azza wa Jal. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would do this often. From the famous ones, and there are many, but I'll just do a few. This one where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and this is in Abu Dawood wa Nasai, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hadam, wa a'udhu bika min al-taraddi, wa a'udhu bika min al-gharaq. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from a building collapsing on me. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from falling into a ravine or an abyss. وَعَوْذُ بِنَ الْغَرَقِ. And I seek refuge, O Allah, from drowning. I seek وَالْحَرَقِ, from being burnt. وَالْحَرَمِ, from decrepitness, old age. وَعَوْذُ بِكَ أَنْ يَتَخَبَّطَنِ الشَّيْطَانُ عِنْدَ الْمَوْتِ. And O Allah, I seek refuge with you, that shaitan doesn't overcome me at the time of death. So at the time of death, shaitan will come and put doubt into your head, either to pull you away from Islam, to make you despair in the mercy of Allah, as if there's no hope, or make you want to stay in this world of all the things you are giving up. All of these things will come to you at that time, except if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you strength in that time to bear through that test. And this is the dua the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would make against this. وَعَوْذُ بِكَ أَنْ أَمُوتَ فِي سَبِيلِكَ مُدْبِرًا وَعَوْذُ بِكَ أَنْ أَمُوتَ لَدِيغًا. And O Allah, I seek your refuge from not dying in the state of someone who's fleeing from the face of battle, and I seek your refuge from not dying from the bite of a poisonous animal. And in another hadith, the Prophet sought Allah's refuge in Allahumma inni a'udhu baka min zawali ni'matik. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from your blessings being taken away from me. Because when you have a blessing and it's taken away from you, it's much harder than if you didn't have the blessing to begin with. Brothers and sisters, you have eyes, you can see. What if Allah made you blind? You can hear. What if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took your hearing? We can walk. What if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala paralyzed us? We have health. What if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us cancer? Did you think about that? All of these are in the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal. Nothing's in our hands. And the Prophet continues, وَتَحَالُ عَافِيَتِكَ, and he sought Allah's protection that he would not remove his afiyah, his protection from us. وَفُجَاءَةِ نِقْمَتِكَ, or that your wrath doesn't fall upon us suddenly. What does this mean? Brothers and sisters, we are living in a place and in a time where every second we are surrounded by sin. Whether it be from an ad that pops up that you didn't mean it to, and you see something you shouldn't see, or you hear something you shouldn't hear. We know al-a'malu al-khawatim, your actions according to what they ended on. What if Allah took our life in that time? All of us are sinful, ya ikhwan. All of us commit sin. No one is fearless. What if Allah took us at that moment? And that was our last thing we did in this dunya. This is what the Prophet ﷺ did dua against. And there was an example in the Quran where Allah said, and then the people of this village or small town, and our punishment would come to their houses and they're sleeping. وَآمَنَ أَهْلُ الْقُرَىٰ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ بَأْسُنَا ضُحًى وَهُمْ يَلْعَبُونَ. And did they feel that these people of the village that our punishment or end would come to them in the day when they are playing? أَفَأَمَنُوا مَكْرَ اللَّهِ, are they free from the planning of Allah? فَلَا يَأْمُنُوا مَكْرَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. And the only ones who are safe or think they are safe from the plan of Allah are the ones who are the losers. This is the meaning of the translation. And then the end of this dua, وَجَمِيعَ سَخَطِكَ, and this means any and all forms of action that can earn Allah's anger, and I seek Allah's refuge from doing any one of those. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ الدَّعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. وأخذ من الآية أن الدعاء الصائم والقائم يرتجى إجابته لأنه متلبس بطاعة. I ask all of you to have taqwa of Allah, to fear Him and obey Him. And in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that if my servant turns to me and asks me, verily I am near to them in knowledge, to their calling. And if they ask of me and believe in me, they are the ones who are guided. And He says, Ujib ad-da'wah, that Allah will answer your da'wah. But what does this mean? Does it mean we just stand here and then this way, Allahumma hadina fi man hadayt wa fi man hadayt wa tawallana fi. Is that what it means? Is that what it means? I'll ask you now, if you're talking to your beloved in the language you know, will you say to them, Allah bihanaydi and how to say? Yeah. And straight away she will know or he will know if you mean it. They'll know because they know you. And Allah knows us more than we know ourselves. So if we're not sincere in the dua, and we're not with all of our heart and sincerity and concentration and humbleness turning to Allah, Allah will know. It's only this person that is included within this ayah that turns to Allah sincerely, not just giving it lip service. May Allah protect our lips from and tongues from being from that. Now in this month, in these days, the month of Tawbah, these are the last opportunities for us to make the most of it. And we know in the authentic hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said وَمَنْ لَقِيَنِي بِقُرَابِ الْأَرْضِ خَطِيئَةً, that whoever comes to me with sins that fill the whole entire earth, لَا يُشْرِكْ بِي شَيْئًا, but didn't associate partners with me, لَقِيتُ بِمِثْلِهِ مَغْفِرَةً, that I will come to them with a forgiveness more than that or greater than that. And this is Allah Azza wa Jal. Many people who fall into a sin think, how can Allah forgive me? This is from shaitan. Don't think like this. Allah is able to do everything. Don't fall into the traps of shaitan. Someone may think, I've fallen into this way. How can I come out? Again, this is from shaitan. If you ask Allah sincerely, and you are sincere, Allah will bring you out of that situation. But you have to make the first step. You have to make the first step. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability and the power and the health to be of those who witness